Hello there, I am your host, the Sith Sea, and welcome to today's video. In the video, I want to discuss one of my favourite fictional characters in our media, and to draw some attention onto why that's so. I also feel that this character is underappreciated when compared to other characters within the superhero genre. Before we get started, I would highly appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel for more video essays like this. These types of videos require a lot of work, so if you enjoy the video, please leave me a thumbs up and share your views in the comments. With that out of the way, let's get right into the video. Superheroes. They are an integral part of modern day pop culture. They are in our video games, comics, novels, audio dramas, movies, and TV shows, with franchises like Marvel's Avengers' most recent installment, Avengers Endgame, making $2.798 billion, giving it the status of highest grossing film of all time. Superhero fans have been spoiled for choice when it comes to their entertainment, with superhero stories covering many different genres. You want to watch a comedy? Watch Ant-Man. You want to watch a political thriller? Watch Captain America: The Winter Soldier. You want to watch a gritty action thriller? Watch The Dark Knight Rises. Where does Daredevil fit into this, you may ask? Well, being a huge fan of the MCU back in 2018, I decided that I wanted to see what the TV side of the brand was offering. I have to admit that it can sometimes be difficult for me to start watching a TV show, as unlike a movie, which usually has a maximum runtime of 3 hours, you have to invest a lot of time in a series, especially if you didn't start watching it as the episodes came out. After a few times watching the trailers, I decided I was going to watch it. I decided that I was going to watch Daredevil. I always liked Daredevil in the comics, though at the time I had little exposure to the character. I hadn't watched the Ben Affleck movie at the time, and I hadn't read any of his solo comic book runs. I had just enjoyed his inclusions in large team-up events like Civil War. Then I watched the show. Then I saw this. Then I saw an authentic, gritty, and grounded take on the superhero genre that I had never seen before. Gorgeous cinematography, an intriguing beginning to a promising show, and a character I was now invested in already in one episode. I had never discovered a superhero who came across as a real human being more than Daredevil. It only got better from there, with the incredible uncut corridor fight, the introduction of the manipulative Wilson Fisk, and so much more. I feel like not heavily referring to the show in this video would be a great mistake, as it was truly my first proper introduction to this character, and for me, the definitive on-screen version. From there, I continued to watch the rest of the Marvel Netflix shows, and found myself eager to get back into Daredevil. While the other characters truly have their merits, Daredevil was certainly the character I enjoyed the most. The show inspired me to read the graphic novels, where I truly cemented my passion for the character and his stories. Now that I have explained my introduction to the character, I now want to explain why he works for me so well. Firstly, let's look at who Daredevil actually is. As a young boy, Matt Murdock was blinded by a radioactive substance after saving an elderly person crossing the street from being ran over. The radioactivity, however, caused the rest of his senses to heighten, giving him the ability to perceive his surroundings in ways others can't. As an adult, he is a lawyer by day, a vigilante by night. If you're a Daredevil fan, that should be common knowledge, but I wanted to mention that this selfless act as a boy, it already shows that from a young age, our hero does what he believes is right. This translates into his job in the justice system. One aspect of the character that truly fascinates me is his double life. He is the perfect example of a paradox. He is a lawyer who breaks the law every night. There are many more moral arguments to be had when analysing him that truly make his character fascinating to me. He is breaking the law, but isn't he carrying out justice? Where does the line have to be drawn? Some of the best episodes of Daredevil are in the first part of Season 2, with incredible, thought-provoking dialogue between Daredevil and the Punisher, exploring both characters' ideologies. What makes both men different? This is where the Catholic Christian side comes well into this as well. Matt is a Catholic Christian and has a strong belief that killing is wrong. He particularly struggles with this value that he holds in Daredevil Season 3. The scenes of moral complexity in this series are unlike anything else in the superhero genre. The characters' stories explore themes that many other comic books and media would shy away from. It is not afraid to make bold statements about belief and mental health. Frank says to Matt that, "You know, you're one bad day away from being me." And we as the audience are left to wonder if that will ever happen, and if that could ever happen to Matt. This is explored further when Sister Maggie in Season 3 tells Matt to be careful that he doesn't become the monster he is trying to defeat. Another huge part of why I like Daredevil so much is how the character is presented. I love the creative choices that have been made with the character, particularly in the Bendis and Maliv run, with a unique gritty world being portrayed in the art style, a fitting aesthetic for a street-level hero. I am also a huge fan of how symbolism is used with the character, with many examples of this in David Mazzucchelli's art in Frank Miller's Born Again run, with Catholic imagery and iconography. It is easier to invest in a character when you can clearly see that those working with the character also understand the directions to take him and what are key aspects of that character. I couldn't talk about Daredevil and not mention the action. At the end of the day, most people when they look to superheroes want to see action. Daredevil does not disappoint. There are few things more incredible than the infamous hallway fight scenes that take place in each season. I mean, come on, they're one of the highlights. I mean, they're amazing. Daredevil's stunt action throughout the Daredevil series is truly incredible, and both in the comics and series we get to witness unique and engaging action. Daredevil's abilities and armory allow for some mind-bogglingly awesome moves that show off the character's competence and unique skill set. I mean, come on. When he throws something at an enemy and he didn't even, look at them, that is so cool. Supporting characters are incredibly important to most superhero stories. Superman has Martha Kent and Lois Lane. Spider-Man has Harry Osborn and MJ. Daredevil is no exception. Wonderful characters like Foggy Nelson and Karen Page work really well into Daredevil's story, and I found myself being just as interested in these characters as I was in Matt, a testament to how well they were written, particularly in the Daredevil TV show. In Season 3, we are literally given an entire episode to Karen's backstory. The show does an excellent job of allowing a scene to breathe, allowing crucial time for characters to properly develop. It is scenes like these, for example, when Foggy discovers that Matt is Daredevil, that are perfect examples of this. Every side character, whether it be Ben Urich, Special Agent Nadeem, Ellison, Brett Mahoney, or Marcy, the actors in this show gave their A game, and the show writers make these smaller characters feel meaningful and impactful. Finally, I want to mention the extremely passionate fanbase. Both on Instagram and Twitter in particular, the Daredevil fanbase is truly strong. Whether it be in the meme community, the comic community, or the TV community, though these usually overlap one another. I would like to give a huge shout out to those in the #SaveDaredevil community and the Save Daredevil team. There are very, very few fans as dedicated as those in this community, and they eagerly share their love for the character. The Save Daredevil team have truly brought the Daredevil community together, hosting fan meetups, fundraising initiatives, and most recently, Save Daredevil Con, an online event featuring panels with cast members and those involved with the Daredevil show, a Daredevil-themed Animal Crossing meetup, as well as an Artist Alley-style gallery on their website. They also donate money to charities for the visually impaired, a very worthwhile and fitting cause. Make sure to subscribe to their social media channels and to join their Discord server to get involved with the movement. Before I finish, I would like to remind you that there is a petition to save the Daredevil TV show. It was abruptly cancelled by Netflix as a retaliation to Disney's Disney Plus streaming plans. It only takes a few seconds to sign it. Thank you very much for watching this video essay. I don't know whether I have truly done justice to truly stating why I love Daredevil so much. I recommend watching the show if you haven't already. It is truly daring and bold, and set the standard for superhero media to new heights. Please make sure to like, hit the bell icon, and subscribe. I've been your host, the Sith Sea, and I'll see you in the next one.